It is Thursday, February 23rd, 2023, and today we are going back to Madison Square Garden, September 21st, 1987. It was Hulk Hogan against the One Man Gang. Now, back at this time, Hulk Hogan used to always fight the big monster guys, like One Man Gang, Big Boss Man, Kamala, Andre the Giant, Big John Studd, King Kong Bundy. They always had him fight the big monsters, and he'd always win because they always had he was like the hero to everybody in the 80s, and he the whole train, say your prayers, eat your vitamins, and he was their big guy. So he always had big monsters. Like, oh, is Hulk Hogan gonna win? And he always won. And then he, of course, he fought. I mean, he fought Macho Man. He fought guys that were the high flying type guys too. But he always fought off. They always found some big monster guy to fight him. Earthquake's another one he fought. So I figured I'd go back to a time when Hulk Hogan was defending the title against a big monster. Today I'm doing One Man Gang, who he was in World Class Championship Wrestling, and he came over to WWF, and like a lot of the guys at the time, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan himself was in the AWA before he came back to the WWF. He was actually in the WWF before AWA, and then he came back in '84, and that was the next decade was just like his big run. But Hogan's, I mean, I always think of Hogan's main run is when he beat the Sheik in '84 until he lost to Warrior in 1990. And then a couple years he was there, but after that he moved to WCW. But the main like heart of his run was '84 to '90, and then they tried to let the Warrior be the top guy after that. And he didn't. It wasn't. He didn't have the title for even a year. He lost it in January of '91 to Sergeant Slaughter, which set up Hogan again at WrestleMania 7 against Sergeant Slaughter. But I always liked the One Man Gang. He was a big, monstrous wrestler, and he always squashed his opponents. And then he get to Hogan, and Hogan beat him. But he had a lot of matches with Hogan. This in '87 here. Of course, everybody knows the big one was Andre the Giant, but he fought a lot of these guys. I remember Survivor Series 1987 when Andre's team had One Man Gang and King Kong Bundy on it. That was pretty cool. And then Hogan actually got eliminated, and Bam Bam was there at the end and eliminated One Man Gang and King Kong Bundy before Andre finished them off. That was a cool match. The main event of Survivor Series 1987. If you go on the network, I watched that. I always enjoyed that match. If you haven't seen it, check it out. So now the One Man Gang was managed by Slick, and then he became a team, and then he tag teamed with the Big Boss Man, who was Big Bubba Rogers and Jim Crockett, NWA, before he came over and became Big Boss Man. Big Boss Man, he feuded with Nails and of course Hogan. He had cage matches with Hogan. He was good too. He had a cool LJN wrestling figure too in 1989, the last series of LJNs. I always loved when Hogan had matches with the big monster guys. Kamala was another one. I like Hogan and Kamala had good matches too. And then Big John Studd, the Heenan family, Hogan against the Heenan family. Heenan family drove Hogan crazy through the '80s. They always causing trouble. Paul Orndorff and Hogan. They had really good matches actually, Hogan and Paul Orndorff. But my favorite Hogan matches were against the big monster guys. Of course Andre, but yeah, Bundy and gang, One Man Gang, King Kong Bundy, Big John Studd, all those guys, and Earthquake. But I liked Hogan against Macho Man too. Though that wasn't just the big guys. But this was a Hogan's big time when these were the guys type of wrestlers he fought, and he always beat him outside of the Andre stealing the title on the main event in 1988 with the referees, and DiBiase got the belt. Nope, Hogan's big leg drop. See if he finishes here. Nope, he's gonna cover him. He's gonna drag him. That's got to be tough. One man gang was, I don't know, 400 and something pounds. All right, let's see if he gets a count here. It's a quick match if he got him here. Now he kicked out. 5 minutes. So Hogan used to have his matches. They all, when he always won, they always ended the same with the punches and everything. But it worked. I always enjoyed it, and a lot of people did because there was a lot of big crowds went to see the Hulkster back then. The Garden would always fill up for the Hulkster matches when he fought these guys. Of course, when he fought Ric Flair when he came to WWF in '90 and '91. Oh, One Man Gang just beat Hogan. That never happened, but on here it did. All right. Hope you enjoyed the match. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.